So I think I'm back live here now, guys. I think the Wi-Fi has improved. I'm after going off a hotspot rather than being on the actual router. Wait for my window to pop back up here. It might be working for you guys, but I just can't see the message bar just yet. It just takes a little bit longer on my screen to pop up. But I think my Wi-Fi connection is solid now. Just hang tight, guys. I still just can't see my thing right now. Just waiting for it to load up. Just takes a little bit longer. It takes about 2 minutes to kick in. I'm at 1:16 live streaming now. Craig, if you're on there now, I know you were first live on there. If you were on there, can you just shoot me a message onto the group chat to see if you can see me, because I can see it on my messaging bar on my phone. Messages that come in, I just can't see. Oh, there we go, we're live. Forget that, scratch that. So just drop a message there at the bottom if you can see me. No sound. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Keeps cutting in and out, it's buffering. No sound. Second here. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can't hear a thing. Okay. How about now? How about now? How about now? Fuck. Second, I'm just going to check my sound settings here. Shouldn't be on that. It's coming up on this one. Craig, have you got the sound turned up on your own one? Have you got the sound turned up on your own one? Because I have a live here on my own screen here. Because I have a live here on my. And I can hear myself talking. You can hear it in the background. No sound at all. No sound at all. Yo, I can hear you, Martin, dude. Yo, Ricky, what's up? You can hear me perfectly, yeah? Yo, Ricky, what's up? You can hear me perfectly, yeah? Huh? Yo. Hello, Ricky, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me, guys? Ricky, comment there again if you can hear me. Ricky, comment there again if you can hear me. It's a bit grainy and every now and again though. Okay, so I think that's down to my internet connection. What I might just do is go into the office and go live there instead, because I think it's just my internet connection that's really bad. I'm out at my parents' house at the moment. I think that's what's really slowing things down. It seems to got a little bit clear. I'm looking at it here on my own laptop as well to make sure. I'm looking at myself, looking at you guys. It seems to be running fairly alright here. Is it after getting better? It's a bit grainy. Can you hear me again? Craig, have you got your issue sorted? I'm going to write it down so Craig can see it. Oh shit, I'm already writing. I know. I wrote it out. I know. It looks good to me though, I can make it out. It looks good to me though, I can make it out. Just want to make sure everyone else is on here, that's all. I know Craig was having some troubles with hearing what was going on, so. Ricky, you just write to Craig and see if he can hear it. Because if I log off, actually I'll pop up Facebook here. Just write a comment below, Ricky, if you can still hear me. Just write a comment below, Ricky, if you can still hear me. We tested this all earlier on, it's working perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to assume it's down to the internet. Is it offline? Craig. Is it offline? Alright. Frank, hey Frank, what's up? Can you hear us as well? I'm just having Craig's having some issues with hearing things, so I just wrote my message there to see if he can hear us. I'm just having Craig's having some issues with hearing things. Typical, isn't it? Always works out until you. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. I'm actually going to turn on I can hear myself speaking on this end, so I'm just going to turn down my volume here. There we go. I can hear you, but you have back feed. Okay. How about now? I had the reason because that was I had the sound on my laptop and I'm watching myself talking to you. So, is the back feed gone now? Get that out of the screen. Yes, perfect. Good. Now I just need to get Craig sorted out with his issue with hearing, because everyone else seems to hear it perfectly, but Craig just can't hear it at the moment, and he was hearing it perfectly at the start, but something after happening in the meanwhile. Craig, try reset. Or use headphones. So I'm just waiting for Craig to see if we can sort out a sound problem. How's everyone though? Ricky, I want to know how you're doing over in England, man. I'm seeing your haircuts and you've been killing it. Got it, brilliant, yes. Okay, we're in. So, can I get, does everyone who's in and can hear me just drop a message below? Just anything. Perfect. Craig? You can hear me? Ricky, yup. Yes, I did. Okay, perfect. So, I don't know how many of the guys are going to make it into tonight's call because of time difference and stuff like that. This video will shoot anyway after one. This video will shoot anyway after won't it? Save. Yeah, yeah, it will. So anyone who's not here, the video's gonna be saved. I'll cut out the bit at the start where we're having sound issues and stuff like that. But yeah, the video will be saved and you'll be able to will be put back up onto the site so you can see it. But as you can see, there's a lot of things after changing. I'm glad that the group chat or the live stream is working perfectly. So yeah, guys, what I really want to talk to you about tonight is the whole journey we've kind of gone on with Paradigm and why it's called Paradigm, how we've been treating the whole process, what we've been doing in the background to get to this point here, and ultimately where we're going to be going with it, because that's what we all want to get from it, is, you know, we want something from it. And I finally think, after all the changes we've made and all the things we've done to it, that we actually have a product that is what it should be, you know, so something that I'm passionate about. We've put about a year and a half's work actually into building this. It doesn't look like a year and a half work when you see how simplified it is, but obviously as you see the journey we've gone on from BDG to Sharp Fade Academy to Barber or Global Barber Network to finally Paradigm. So I'm going to give you kind of a brief synopsis on what we've done, kind of what led us to here and where we're going with it, because I think everyone at this point now wants to see that. And I think the platform here, although it looks very simple, has a hell of a lot of new features that is just going to lift us and is going to do a lot for us as well. So before I go any further, I'm just going to have a quick drink of my tea. I want to catch up with everyone as well. I'm actually really looking forward to catching up with everyone, because I know that I've been out of the loop with what everyone's been doing and stuff, because I've been working so hard on this. And I know that Craig has been part of our beta test. I know everyone's part of a beta test overall, but we've been beta testing inside of our beta test. So Craig has been part of one of the main features we have, and one of the most exciting features we have for Paradigm. So I suppose I'm going to start off why we built the whole thing in the first place, because I think at the moment there is some doubts and, you know, what's been going on, or, you know, am I doing this, am I doing this, am I doing this. So I'm going to tell you why we started in the first place and lead on to like what we're hoping to achieve and what's going on and everything. So the reason I kind of thought up the whole thought process behind what we now call Paradigm is due to education. Obviously I started off cutting hair and teaching and going abroad and start getting booked heavily for classes and stuff, and as I found my stock grows, in the sense of I got booked heavily to go to a lot of places, and, you know, I just found that when I came home from teaching a class, or when I was, if it would let it be abroad, or even domestically here in Ireland or the UK, I found that we had a lot of people that had come to our class, and everyone would leave crazy inspired, and I'd pick up a lot of connections and, you know, add to my network from the class. But I found that a lot of my time afterwards was going into talking to people that couldn't make the class, or people that were at the class and they didn't quite get some of the things that were taught, or they wanted to see video content of what I had taught again, because it kind of like left them after the class with so much. Because anyone who's been to one of my classes, you know, I leave it all on the line. I tell you everything that I think will make you successful, in a sense that I will throw so much shit at the wall, I hope a lot of it will stick. But obviously in a class where you're looking to take in a million things, or my style of cutting might be totally different to yours, or my terminology, or you know, some of my business acumen, it mightn't all just soak in. So I found that after a class, I actually spend 2 to 3 times the amount replying back to people and telling them what to do, and advising them on bits and pieces. And then I was getting rebooked consistently back to the same places, and every time we go back to the same place, we always had the same trouble of, I can't make it this weekend, can you do it next weekend? And I found that instead of going to a place once and really get everyone that wanted to be there, it was very hard because of issues with work or whatever else, you know, personal issues, and they just couldn't be there, but they wanted to be there. And obviously with YouTube, I could have made YouTube videos and put them out there and whatnot, but everyone will see them then, and then that devalues the person that's after paying €200 or €300 to be there for a class with us. So I didn't want to do that either, and I didn't want to devalue myself by doing that too, because if I give away everything on YouTube, then it's out there. And you know, it's one thing to have it on YouTube, it's another thing to be there physical as well. So I wanted to create something different, but I didn't know what it was. But I had like the one kind of idea of going online, and that's what kind of birthed the whole idea of what was BDG at the time. So I had a raw idea, and the idea was just to get people together and test it and see if they liked it and see if it worked. But obviously it cost a lot of money for me to go and do all this sort of stuff, so I had to take a step back and I had to get people in here. If I said I was doing a free, we actually tested it first of all with Sharp Fade a long time ago, and we said we'll see how many people we can get in here that just want to be mentored on social media, and we had over 500 people that applied for that. And I was just like, this is too many people to beta test with. So we needed something, that's because it was free, we did it free. So we needed something where people will pay a small amount and be part of a beta test, and we could work and measure results. And that was what BDG became. So it became a beta test group to build up to a bigger thing. Now we planned on calling it BDG the whole way through, but that didn't really stick because we found it was like a news channel, BDG. The Barber Development Group. So we said we had to do something a little bit different. But obviously what happened with Facebook was the more people we got in there, Facebook realised that there was a group going on and that there was content being taught, and they weren't getting a cut of it. So they started restricting the features for us, and they started you know, killing lives, and they started stopping people from able to gain access to the page. So we knew something had to change. So what we started developing was a very, very poor man's version of what Paradigm is now. So it became half Facebook and half website. With that new change, we decided that, you know, we would actually up it a small bit and change the name as well. So obviously I was partners with Bird from Sharp Fade at the time, and we had the whole idea of calling it Sharp Fade Academy. So we said we call it Sharp Fade Academy, and we do all these great things, and we build out the opportunity even more. So we built it up, and yeah, sure, things worked out a little bit better going to the website, but we weren't far along enough yet. And I know now what goes into building a website of this magnitude and of this consistency as well, because there's one thing having a product that works a little bit, it's another thing having a product that works consistently every single time. And at the time we hadn't put enough resources into the testing of things, and you know, we hadn't got a full-time tech team, we hadn't got guys with PhDs building our websites. We had guys that, yeah, I can build a website, you know, let's do it together. So that's what was kind of happening there. All along the time we were learning about how to improve things and what we actually really wanted to have part of Paradigm. So or what we call Paradigm now. I'm going to keep referring to it as Paradigm because that's all I know it is now. We've talked about for the last 7 or 8 months to all the guys in the tech teams. All I know it is Paradigm. But my version of where we were bringing at the time was Sharp Fit Academy. It was a little bit different from what Bird's version of where we're bringing Sharp Fit Academy. So with that, we were kind of drawn because we just started teaching class together and we were getting booked everywhere and trying to get time to do it all, where we wanted to be going and doing all these classes and teaching all these people and spreading the good word and whatnot along with what we were doing with, at the time, Sharp Fit Academy. We found out we had a clash in what we wanted to do with it. So we kind of parted ways in that respect. Now with that, I got in with a team called the Global Barber Network, who helped me and introduced me to people that would actually fast forward our development stages. So they had a guy in tech that had built some membership sites for different people, and they put me on to this one guy who really helped us out with building the site. So we changed the name. We thought we'd make it more, I don't know, networky. So we went Global Barber Network, which again was a back step to a news channel, the Global Barber Network. So we didn't want to have that. So what we had done though, we had managed to fast forward the process on the website. So the website had now become popping. Is exactly what we wanted to see. But it still wasn't exactly where we wanted to be. And in the meanwhile, I realised that although we were changing name to name to name, I think the main problem where we went wrong was we hadn't built a brand. And when I say building a brand, I would not wear BDG or Global Barber or the Barber Development Group on a t-shirt. I'd feel like it was Barber Development Group. It was an academy. It was for barbers who weren't good barbers. And I feel like if I were wearing a t-shirt, I would be putting myself down by saying that. So we changed it to Sharp Fit Academy. Then we realised by Sharp Fit Academy that it was going to clash with other repost pages. So going to Global Barber Network, it still wasn't something I'd put in a t-shirt. So I decided to build a brand. And it took me a while to really think of something which I would like a brand to represent. And actually by reading audiobooks, I came across the definition of what Paradigm was. And Paradigm is contributions and concepts and a collection of all those put together to contribute to a field. And for me, the contribution and concepts by experts, which are now educators for Paradigm, were contributing to the barbering field. And that's how we call it Paradigm. So it's not just a cool word we put together. It is a cool looking word and it does sound cool, but it actually represents something. And that's what we now have as Paradigm. So with that, I obviously knew I had to put a lot more resource into it. So if you might notice, even from my own Instagram, I've been a little bit withdrawn from it, and it's something I'm very passionate about, is putting myself out there on Instagram and, you know, posting consistently and being in the barber shop and getting in there myself. But I had to draw myself back and actually crack in time into, you know, just working on Paradigm. So we hired in our full-time team to create Paradigm, and they've been working on that with us consistently for the last 3-4 months, which has been fantastic, and it really has stepped everything forward for us. And it makes us feel a bit more professional as well, that we actually have a tech team, because I know if you write to any big company at any time, you get a reply. If you ring Amazon, I know I'm not saying we're Amazon, I would like to be like Amazon, but if you write to any big company, they have a 24/7 helpline and they have a team which is broken up into departments. So I realised that I couldn't do it all, and I needed someone to do that, and I needed to make that investment in hiring a team full time and also upgrading our offices. So we had just a small box room in the back of one of my shops. I've actually taken over a whole 2-story building now, and that's full of people working on it. I have 3 guys, developers, working on it full time, and I have a graphic designer, and then we have a graphic designer for obviously how the site looks, and we have a graphic designer for building out other things we've going, like clothing and products, etc. So we really upgraded things in that respect. As well as that, I got to really align my schedule. So my schedule is totally dedicated 4 days of the week just to Paradigm. So if you've seen, actually before you logged on, you might have seen there was a little video playing at the start, which was me actually live in the office today with the team talking about how it's working and stuff. So yeah, that's where we are. But as well as that, you know, it was one thing hiring the right team for to build a platform. You know, you're not there to hear about the amazing developers we have or the amazing graphic designer we have. You're here to learn something. You're here to get something from this and to push yourself to the next level. And with that, we needed the right educators. We needed to write a curriculum, and we needed the right reason and the right why we were doing this, because there had to be a reason to why we were doing this. So for me, after creating the brand, we needed to create something more that was just an online platform. We needed to give something a little bit stronger than that to everyone as a member, and you guys that have been with us from the very start through all the steps and are still here with us. So what we've built out is really, really strong, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So along with the online, we realised that, you know what, there is some fantastic barbers and there is some fantastic people that are making their name now in the industry through not just cutting hair but being amazing photographers. Like, you know, you've likes of Robert Braid and Zach Ramsey and Paddy Cuts and Sophie Staygold, all these amazing barbers that are now really good photographers. But I realised that, in a sense, if I was to get a barber who was a good photographer to do photography videos or something like that, or tutorials for you guys, that would be the same thing as having a half-assed team putting together a website. So what we decided to do was actually hire in full-time photographers, who are actual photographers. The guy we've actually got in is the name of Simon Cuttle, and he is a photographer for urban streetwear and urban graffiti. So we've got someone who really knows how to take urban shots, that understands high fashion photography, that has got his degree in photography, that can teach you more than, here, download this app and edit it till it looks right. We wanted someone that can really teach you that properly. So we've got someone in here now that is going to be with us as a photographer and working actively with us, and it'll be not just flash in, flash out. He's hired full time, and that's something really, really cool that we managed to get as well. And he's actually fell in love with the barbering industry, funny enough, which is really cool. And he's decided to come and learn about barbering. He didn't just want to come and take pictures and edit pictures as a photographer. He wanted to really get in hands knee deep into the barbering industry. So he's actually doing a full course with me at the moment on barbering, and yeah, he's loving it. Funny enough, he's a fantastic photographer, but he's actually now learning to be a barber too as well on the part. So is everyone with me on where we're going here? I think that we've really overhauled the whole site, and I think that what we've built right here looks really, really cool. Even the upgrades and stuff like that looks really, really cool. I'm just looking back through the site at the moment. It looks really cool. So what I wanted to really talk about tonight was an introduction to all the features and all the things we've upcoming on the site, and not just on the site, in the physical as well. So what I want to talk about is something really, really cool. I'm actually going to jump into this one straight away. I had a kind of a platform I wanted to go down and step things out and kind of break them in slowly, but there's one thing I can't get away from, and I know Craig's been beta testing it with Ramiro, and it's something I'm really, really excited about. The pod, right? So you might, if you look to the left hand side of your screen, you're looking at now I've noticed actually there's a typo error versus attend a class instead of attend a class. That's funny. But yeah, you'll see Paradigm Pod, right? Can everyone see that? Can you see the Paradigm Pod? Just click yeah, or write a message or yeah if you can see it. I've given up cigarettes, by the way, and my vape pen. 4 months off cigarettes. Okay, cool. So for anyone who hasn't really been up to date or keep an eye on what I've been doing on the group chat, the Paradigm Pod basically is, for anyone who doesn't know what a pod is, do some of your vape tricks. Does your boyfriend know you vape? Guys, come on. Come on. I'm trying to be serious and talk about this, and you're talking about my boyfriend and do vape tricks. I don't have a boyfriend. Frank, you probably don't know me, but I have a girlfriend, right? So you guys. So anyone who doesn't know about the pod or what a pod is, a quick synopsis on a pod. So basically a pod is a group chat on Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, whatever, where basically there's a group of people who get together and they say that we're going to send in pictures and post into this group chat here, and everyone who's in the group chat will go and comment and engage with this post. They'll comment and they'll like other people's comments, and that's the commitment you make from the start. And everyone for the first 2 weeks is all, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. How many more of these can I make? These are amazing. And I know, eventually it falls to pieces. The first 2 weeks, they're amazing. You're getting this great engagement. You're guaranteed 15 likes in the bank. And you're guaranteed 30 likes in the bank when you get your second one going. And you're guaranteed 45 likes. And you're getting all these comments and everything else. And then it stops. And then you're noticing that you're the one who's doing all the likes. And you're the one who's doing all the comments. And you're not really getting anything back in return. And then all of a sudden there's this whole like, I'm commenting on his shit and he's not commenting on mine. Or I'm liking his stuff and he's not liking mine. Or I'm after liking his stuff 5 times and he's liked mine back once. He doesn't like me, I don't like him, this friendship is over, I'm leaving this group. Or you stay in the group and you just keep getting notifications. So personally, I've been in so many needless and pointless pods, it's driven me insane. And I just said, you know what, there has to be a better way. No more than what we've done with Paradigm, I said there has to be a better way of doing this and getting the right engagement and getting the right people in here that feel like me and are sick and tired of these pods that are being put together and not being run properly. So I sat down with the guy with the PhD and I said, look, can you tell me something that I need to know? Can you build me a way of automating a pod? Had to explain the whole process to him about pods and Instagram and whatnot, but he understood algorithms and stuff for that and how to work them. So essentially what I started doing, he goes, what you need to do is go and get a collection of people together into a pod, but a large pod. So get as many people as you know that will be interested in taking part in this. Call it a beta test because we don't know if it's going to work or not, but call it a beta test and see if we can get people interested. So I got about 50 people in, and in the meanwhile, our guy Mike started building this algorithm, and we didn't know what the algorithm was going to do. We thought that it would automate what we wanted to do, but we thought it would automate certain aspects of a pod. Like it would automatically, if you post, it would automatically send it into the group chat, and people would see it then instead of you having to go and do it. That's what we're ultimately looking for at the start. I just sent my info. Okay, perfect, brilliant. But yeah, that's what we're looking for at the start, was just that it would automatically send in the information into the pod, and then, or that information to post into the pod, and then people would see it then and go and comment on it or engage with it. But what this intelligent motherfucker went and did was actually built a way to that the people that were in the pod would automatically go and engage with the post. So basically, it would automatically, you post, and instantly the address would be sent to the pod, and then from the pod, people that would be in that group chat would then be able to go and automatically engage without having to go and click on it or check and see or go back to post. It would just instantly go and engage with your pod, with your post. Does that make sense? Does everyone get the whole what it's doing? So it's automating what you will be doing, really, without having to go and lift your finger. It was just doing it for you. And with that, we realised very fast that we needed to get more likes in there, because if I could say to you that, you know, you're going to get 15 likes in here by this person, it's the same as using a pod with really active people. Yeah, it is pretty nice, Frank. But what he said to us was basically, Instagram's very, very smart. So the way Instagram works is, TBS, the video keeps freezing on my end. I'm only getting snippets of your given, but like, okay, bro. It seems to be working pretty clean here on my end. Maybe it could be your connection, bro. It will save anyway. So if you miss anything, dude, I'll be posting it back up. Yeah, it's my internet. Sorry, dude. If you can try hang in there, hang in. But if not, I'll be saving it and I'll be putting bits and pieces up about it anyway. But yeah, so what Instagram is very, very smart, and what Instagram does is it monitors your posts. Click on it and it will take you directly to YouTube. Okay, sweet. I didn't actually know it did that. I'm watching through YouTube on my phone, which works fine. Perfect. Yo, Tonsorial, what's happening, dude? All the way from Australia. You are about 9 hours ahead. So it must be morning time over there with you, right? I'm on YouTube too. Cool, perfect. Is it all working perfect for everyone? Yeah? On YouTube too. Okay. Is the comments coming up on YouTube? Yeah, bro, it works. Like that. Yep, perfect. Yep. Brilliant. Good stuff. Okay, so Tonsorial, I know you just jumped in here, or Callum. I don't know why I keep calling you by your Instagram name. Hey, Notorious. Hey, Craig Fabio McKenna. So, quick synopsis on what we've done. We developed an algorithm which would automate a pod for us. Instead of sending stuff in, it will automate the pod for us, and basically our post would go in, and the people who are in the pod, their engagement will be automated, so they automatically go and like the post. So Instagram being smart, and my guy Mike with the PhD in algorithms and software and web design, basically said that look, it's going to cop on really fast that this engagement is being automated. So what we need to do is get a lot of people in here as fast as possible, so we can keep this up and test it then to see if it'll still work with 50 people to 150 to 200 to 1,000 people, and see if it'll keep working, because we don't know where the cut-off point will be, because this is all new stuff. It's pretty sick. But when I basically started reaching out to people and asked them to be involved in it, and there were so many people that are pissed off about pods, that we actually got over, at the moment there's nearly 1,600 people in this big pod on Telegram. Yeah, there's 1,600 people in the pod, and we've locked out at that. But basically what happens now, and Craig and Ramiro, who's in here, have been using it, they'll be able to vouch for this, that when you post, we now are able to leak out the engagement to you. So over a 2-hour period where Instagram is actually monitoring your page and monitoring your post to see if it's going to be viral enough to push it onto the next bracket of engagement or exposure. Basically, the people's engagement inside the pod will be leaked out to you over 2 hours, and we now are able to get the likes up to it to 250 likes per post. Right? So when you post now, you will get real people that aren't bots, with real pages that post real stories and have real followers going and liking your stuff. We haven't figured out how to get the commenting part working yet, because we think that might just be a little bit too corny if we actually go do that. But these are real people that will go and like your stuff, with real pages, with real businesses and real jobs and whatever else, and they're going and liking your stuff. So what that's going to do for you is actually going to force your material to go viral. So when you post, now you know that Instagram are monitoring your page, you're going to get onto the Explore feed. Obviously, that's when you get to Explore feed, that's where you're going to go viral. That's where you're going to go and get out there a hell of a lot faster. Let me just check something really quick. 60%. Yeah, we're good. Sorry, I just had to check and see if my phone was still charged. 32%. Yeah, we're good. So can everyone just check that? Is everyone still on here? Yeah, seems to be. Okay, perfect. And as well as that, the people that we have got in here, so the way Instagram works as well, basically what it does is it monitors your page, but not just that, it monitors the people that engage with your page. So they call it social ranking. Now, there's some stuff that I didn't really know that Instagram did, but having a tech guy there to really able to drill into what Instagram does and how it works is phenomenal. But social ranking, the way it works is if someone with 500 followers goes and likes and comments on your post, it's not as strong as someone with 1,000 likes or 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 or a million. So if someone with, say, 100,000 followers likes your post, Instagram say, okay, well, this guy who posted only has 2,000 followers, and this page with 100,000 followers just went and liked his stuff. This must be good material. We're pushing this further up onto our Explore feed instantly. So our next step was, basically we had to come away from having a 1,000 people with 1,500 to 1,000 followers in our pod to people with massive following to really get the full exposure for it. So we had to go for people with, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 followers, and get them into the pod. And we did it. So what happened in that respect is And the reason why we have to do that, and the reason why Instagram wants that, is basically when I like your post, and I've 30,000 followers, 29,000 to be exact. I have 29,000 followers. If I like your post, it will show up to my followers feed that Notorious Barbers liked your post, okay, your post. And one of my followers might click into that post and will then like your stuff and go and follow you. So you're going to pick up followers off my engagement with your page, essentially. So the difference between what we have created and all the bots is, with bots, they don't have any real followers. There's only bots that follow bots because they don't post, they don't have real profiles and whatnot. So what we have done is, you're not going to pick up followers. These people that engage with you, they're only in a pod that's automated. So they don't know who you are, essentially, but they're engaging with your page. But their followers will see that they are engaging with you and will go and follow your page. So the followers you're going to pick up off this are real followers. And when your post goes viral, and it will go viral, they're going to be real followers that actually follow you as well. So it's really, really sick. I don't know if there's anything out there like this. We're actually looking into getting it patented at the moment as a patented product, which is really, really sick. I've never even came across something that would be anywhere worthy of patented or having a patent, but I think this itself is really, really cool, and it's only exclusive to Paradigm. So what I've seen on, we've been doing some case studies with Craig and with Ramiro, and what I've seen happen is Craig's post and Ramiro's post going from roughly 100 likes to 300 likes to 350, and I can see their following is growing more rapidly. And Craig and Ramiro, if you're still in here, guys, if you can just drop a message below and just give your thoughts on how everything has been so far, how it's been working for you, if you've picked up followers, if the engagement has been staggered or hasn't just come all of a sudden, you post and then boom, there's 250 likes on it. Just give us a bit of feedback there on the comment section as I step through it. But this itself is absolutely groundbreaking stuff. It really is, and it's going to help you guys gain much more exposure, and ultimately that's what we're about here with Paradigm. We want to just really take you guys to the next level, and you know, it's not about the likes that get you there, but it's about getting the exposure you deserve. And the way Instagram's algorithm works is it wants to keep you in that level of exposure where you're only exposed to a certain percentage of your own following, never mind what's actually out on Instagram or what's on the feed or the Explore channel on Instagram. So what we're trying to do here is bridge that gap. And with our photographer, obviously, now I'll be totally honest, if you're putting out material and it's done on a bad camera and it's a, you know, it's not an up to standard haircut, or it's terrible video put together, or you can't make out anything in a video, it's not going to go as viral as you think it will go viral. You know, it's not gonna go. It could go viral. You never know. It could go viral, but the chances of that, or the likelihood of that, is slim compared to a post that is actually potential for going viral, and then the added boost of the engagement from the Paradigm pod will force it to go viral. So that's just the pod, okay? That's, for me, that is a big thing, and I'm really excited about it. And if you're thinking that, yeah, I don't know if it works or not, just ask Craig or Ramiro if it works. It's consistent. It's 100% works, and I've been testing myself on a couple of different pages I run, and on my own page too, to make sure that it does work. So it's not going to put your page anyway at risk. It's not going to affect your page. It's only going to help promote your page and get yourself out there and get the social status that I think a lot of people in here deserve. I think there's some amazing barbers in here, and I think you deserve you know, that social status, and you know, getting your stuff viral. Because I think what a lot of people don't realize is that all these big pages that you see on Instagram and you see going viral, they're using bots, and their stuff is going viral because the bots are actually, you know, they're getting thousands and thousands and thousands of likes on their posts. That's just not the case. It's bots that's doing that, and I know that for a fact because I've met people that have been using bots and have talked about bots and how beneficial it has to them. These aren't bots. These are real people. This is going to get you out there, and it's going to get you to the same level that they're at as towards social status. So it's not just about Instagram for us though as well. You know, we wanted to just get you up there with the social status and the likes that you really need. 1 second, really well. I'd love to get to the goal. That's a goal of mine. Yeah, Ricky, bro. It's amazing. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm really excited. But if there's one thing that I can say is worth being part of Paradigm. That could be one of the things, and there's a million different things you could pick out and individualize and go through. But this is a massive, massive thing. It's a patent. It's going to be a patented product for us, which is really, really sick, and it's only exclusive to people here. And I'm not going to tell anyone that we are using it. And if anyone asks, it's a pod. It is a pod that we're using. So we just found a way to automate the whole thing. Along with that as well, we've also enlisted the help of Fade Game. Anyone who knows Fade Game and you've met or you've talked to Joe a little bit on the group chat, Joe's a great guy, and Joe's helped build Fade Game, and I've been helping with Joe, working with Fade Game to get everything go. How do I confirm I get in? How do I confirm I get in? Frank, can you just go over that again, bro, for me? I don't quite get your question, dude. But yeah, Joe has been building Fade Game for the past year or so, and everyone knows Fade Game is fantastic, and his stuff really pops in it, and it gets a lot of recognition. And I sat down with Joe and we talked about what we could do with him as a mentor in Paradigm. Go to the pod link on the website. Yeah, perfect. So we sat down with Joe and we talked about what we could do and how we could work it. So ultimately we want to work with you guys and get you guys out there. Now there's one thing going viral on your own page, what really gets your name out there is being reposted on other pages as well, because obviously 200,000 followers or 300,000 followers, driving traffic to your page is going to help a lot with your social presence and your social exposure. So what Joe is going to help us do, along with International Barbers, if you've seen Eric Huesca from International Barbers, Eric has built a very, very unique aspect into his page where he doesn't repost everything that goes viral. He reposts things that he's a very, very good eye for barbering and for aesthetics and creating imagery, and he picks barbers from all over the world, not under social status, but actually under content and what they've created and how different it is and the angle that's taken, the lighting that's taken, and he's very, very picky. And I actually sat down with Eric in Seattle and talked about this, and we agreed that himself and Joe would come together and help you guys to become more repostable, in the sense they're going to mentor you guys in social media too. So Eric has 135,000 followers in International Barbers. Anyone who doesn't know International Barbers, go and follow it and you'll see that I'm not talking shit. He's very picky in what he posts, and the stuff he posts are very different. You're not going to see the same A-Rod video, you're not going to see the same beard being shaved off. He posts a hell of a lot of really cool aesthetic images, which ultimately is what more repost pages should be doing. And Joe does the same stuff as well with Fade Game. So they're going to coach you guys in getting your material, not the haircut, but the material to the right standard to get out there. So what hashtags to use, what geotagging you should be using, how to take your angles for Instagram, how to get your picture to fit Instagram properly, what video material you should be using, what's working at the moment, what's going viral, because they're seeing that firsthand. And if you go back through any of the videos Joe's been posting recently, they're getting into 100,000 and 200,000 views, and even for a page of his size, that is incredibly hard to reach. It's really, really hard to reach, and he's doing it all naturally. I know for a fact there is no bots, there is no nothing. Hell, he hasn't even actually registered with the pod yet. He's been so natural with building his page, so all his engagement is just 100% viral content, and I really feel that will help you guys so much, having a coach and how to actually get your content to the right standard to deliver. Not the haircut, because I know a lot of you guys' haircuts are killer, but actually taking the right image and how to present the right image and how to present it on your social media sites. So they're going to be your mentor on social media and getting yourself out there and everything in a teachable format. So you're not just going to be told post consistently, be more consistent, like some people's other pages, follow and unfollow pages. We're going to show you a full step-by-step on how to actually grow your social media properly and how to get the right type of content out there, which will be a more viral aspect to it. And helped by the Paradigm Pod, it's going to push it out there, right? And with that, we've struck a deal with Joe where every member in here is going to be reposted monthly on Fade Game. Now you guys know about that already, but you're probably thinking the more people that get in here, the harder it is for me to see who's been posted, or the guys forget about me. If you go to the left hand side of the chat bubble there, you'll see Fade Game postings. So we actually now have a little section there where you'll be able to see if you've been reposted for the month or not. And obviously, you're going to be checking on your own social media if you've been reposted or not. But you will see that, you know, as you're reposted, you get a tick, and that'll be reset every month. And as you're reposted, you'll see the ticks will come along beside your name. So every month, someone's going to get reposted on Fade Game. So to recap on the social media and things, you're going to have a mentor to teach you how to get your posts to the right standard and how to use your social media properly. Not just one, you're going to have two of them. Both of them with one of them 135,000 followers and the other one with 216,000 followers. And they're going to teach you how to get the right post, the right content out there onto your social media and how to grow your social media naturally. Along with that, you're going to be helped with the Paradigm Pod, which is going to bring you that engagement you need to kickstart and add that turbo to your post that's going to really push it out there. So if it's already a viral type post, this is just going to boom, kick it out there for you. And then along with that, you're going to have a photographer who's going to show you how to edit your photos properly and to take the right images and how to get consistent imagery and what proper softwares you can use, not downloadable apps that you can get on your phone, because that was what I was using for a long time until I came across Simon, who showed me what actual photographers use. And the cool thing about that, which we're going to be working with all of you guys here, because I value you guys and what you, the way you've stuck by us and the way you have you know, still been in here after all this time waiting for something big to come along. Simon is actually going to edit up some of your photos for you, and what he's going to do is show you how to create your own personality in your photos and not have to constantly go back in and say, this is a chore, I have to sit down and have this set here and this set here and this set here, and you know, go through the checklist every time on how to edit your photo. He's actually going to show you how to make presets that you can just dab onto each photo, so that you can have a black and white theme, you can have your urban outside, you know, with sunlight theme, you can have your inside shots that's going to show off the actual plain raw image. He's going to show you how to do all that by actually editing your photos and sending them back to you. So you'll get professionally edited photos, plus he's going to actually take videos and recordings of him editing your photos and put them up onto Paradigm so that you can go back and revise that and learn how to do it yourself. So that's exclusive stuff. That's, you know, you just don't get that. You really don't get that with anything, and you don't get a professional photographer that will actually talk you through how to take proper photos, what equipment to use, and edit up your photos for you. So I'm really, that's just on the whole, you know, the Instagram side of things. That's just on the social media side of things. So that's massive. It's really, really massive. How's everyone feel about that so far? What's everyone think about that so far? Just drop your comment below if you think that's cool. I'm going to vape my pen real quick. You should drop some questions below. Sick. Sounds good. Ricky, you still in here, bro? Yep. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Good stuff. Ramiro, I know you've been part of the beta test, but you didn't. I know the guys are part of the beta test was Craig and Ramiro. You didn't know half of that stuff was kind of coming as well. I just kind of put you on with the pod at the start. So all that stuff is all new, and it's really, really exciting stuff, and I'm really excited about it. But what I want to get on to next is, you know, the actual workings of the site, because, you know, I could actually, that's still not really Barber related, it's just social media related. So obviously, you know, Paradigm Barbers is the name of the website, and I'm a barber, you're all barbers. We want to get into the grittiness of barber, and we want to learn more, we want to be out there more. If we take good pictures, doesn't mean that we're not amazing barbers as well. So we want to also lift the level of your barbering ability and lift the level of your business acumen as well. So myself personally, I've gone on a journey of opening barbershops. I just know my whole spin. I'm 24 years of age. I have 4 barbershops. I had 4 barbershops actually. I've 3 now. I had 4 barbershops. I put them up. I shop every 6 months, and then I just kind of slowed things down. And then I started opening up academies, and you know, I've trained over 100 people from start to finish. The barbers that have paid me hundreds and thousands to train them up and get them into jobs, and I have a hit rate over 75% of people that have come through my courses are now barbers, either working in Ireland or abroad, and some of them are fantastic barbers. But that's my kind of run on what I've done. But we want to improve your acumen as well. So what we've done with Notorious, which is my own brand, was we scaled up our business very, very fast. And I realised when I scaled up very fast that I got a lot of recognition and I got a lot of barbers working for me, but I found it was a lot to manage, and I made a lot of mistakes by doing that because I was so young and very enthusiastic when I first started up Notorious. I wanted to just run through walls and just knock everything down, and I wanted to just shop, open new shop, but I made a lot of mistakes along the way. And what I realised was I needed mentors to help me along the way. So I picked up some mentors in business and barbers, you know, that had left and came back and left and came back. I needed something that's going to be more solid, and I needed to get more from my business because I found that as I was opening up shops so fast that I hadn't really finished the one location, because 6 months is not enough time to establish your business and establish yourself as a force to be reckoned with in any area. It's not. So what I've done is step back into my locations and actually taken away any locations I felt that were underperforming. So I've actually come out of my location in Tala, which is in Dublin, and I've actually bought out that location, and I have closed down another shop. So I have another shop which I was kind of mentoring with, and I was a business partner with. I've just taken a step back from that, and what I've done with that was I've realised how to actually gain more money from having less things. So at the time I thought, and what I was taught to believe was, the more shops you have, the more cumulative cash you're going to make. And yeah, that's true, but all shops and all barbers in each shop has to be just singing every single day. And I realised I hadn't put enough time into each barber and the clients in the location to see how much cash could actually be squeezed per client. So what I've done on a journey between educating myself in hair and other services, and with business with other mentors that are award-winning mentors and entrepreneurs, was how to squeeze everything from my barbershops that I had. So I'm actually making about 40% more profit with 3 barbershops than I was with 4 and a bit of a barbershop, which might sound crazy. And this next statement is going to sound even more crazy. I'm probably going to close down another location which is making me roughly €60,000 per year, which is about $75,000 a year. I'm probably going to close that down and bring them barbers to one of my other location, which is called Athlone. I'm going to bring all them barbers there, and I'm going to cut out that shop altogether. And I've actually scaled out the barbershop, and I've grown the barbershop. And in that barbershop now, I've actually taken out a new building, and I'm in the process of opening a cafe, a tattoo studio, tanning salon, and a beauticians at the end. And also I just had to put in a clothing section for apparel. So what our main thing was, we wanted to have everything in the one place. There was a one-stop shop for everyone, for people to come to, and build like a little mini town for everyone. If you were going out or if you were going somewhere, this is the place you needed to be. You can get your clothes, you can get your tan on, you can get your perfect haircut, you can get your products to go out with, you can get whatever you need, your eyebrows done, whatever it needs to be. But what we wanted to do, obviously from a barbering perspective, was increase the amount of services we had. So we've actually stacked in a hell of a lot more services, and my average price for a haircut was between 17 and 25 euro for a haircut. That's what I was charging. I'm now making roughly 55 to 70 euro per client. So instead of having that's kind of explains my reason why I'm pulling back my main barbers into one location. Instead of having all these barbers that weren't quite finished and didn't know all the ins and outs of what we were doing and what I was able to do as a barber, they were charged at 17 euro. It's so much better to have barbers in that location that are able to charge 60 to 75 euro for their services. And that last word, services, is what we've been doing. So what you'll see as a new tab here on the left hand side, you'll see additional services. So we're going to be stacking in there is all the things you will need to know and to learn about how to improve your services to stack onto your pricing. So I know it's very, very hard for any person to come in and up their pricing, say by 30%. So if you're charging whatever, €30 for a haircut, or €25 for a haircut, $30 for a haircut. It's very hard to add on an extra $10 to that and justify it. So what we've begun to do in Notorious is add on new services and new pieces to our services that are able to stack on the pricing, and it just becomes a natural flow of, yes, this is part of my service, yes, I need this, I need this, I need this. And now our clients are spending so much more cash, and I had to, instead of having to have 100 to 200 clients come to me per week, I now have, say, 40 clients a week. 40 clients a week, and most of my barbers have between 50, 60, 70 clients per week, as compared to 20 clients a day. So we've actually cut down the amount of clients we need, which means we don't actually need to do as much advertising for our brand or for our shop. We're actually having our clients that we have, and not fighting over every single other client that's going back and going to other people, and being barber hoes. We actually have squeezed so much cash from the clients that we have and upsold our clients so much that we don't need any more clients. We actually don't need any more clients. So there's things like threading. This is a really cool one I've just actually finished off my course on. Is wigs and hair pieces, hair units, waxing, facial services, scrubs, hair treatment processes like neoxin, different type of shampooing techniques, all that sort of stuff that actually works. And having all these things here, we've managed to squeeze so much from each client that it's incredible. And we're going to put that all into additional services, and as they come to us as well, they're going to be taught to you guys. And not just that, you're going to get a script on how to sell things. For me, if anyone remembers The Wolf of Wall Street, do you know when he's the guys are all gathered around him, and he's telling them how he's after getting so much from his sales, and they can't believe how he got so much from his sales, and he's standing there and he's on the phone to this guy, and he's just like rattling off the script. The script's there in front of him, he's reading it to him, and he just goes like that, like he's fucking him. We've created a sales script for barbering which is just like that. So all these additional services, you might be thinking that I can't upsell my clients, I can't charge anymore, I can't get any more from my area, this is it, this is all I'm going to be able to get because there's so many barbers, I'm in the rat race. What we guys have got here is a sales script that is just incredible, and my hit rate is over 50%. So every second client and more is actually buying or upselling to this service. And once a man actually gets a service, it becomes part of a ritual, and we're all habitual creatures as men. We like things. This is part of our service. I know when I go to the barbershop, this is what I'm going to get, and this is what I'm going to get every single time. So we always say 3 times a habit. So we try to get you, and through our script, we will get you to lock your clients in to just only accepting this service and this type of service and getting these services every single time. And the thing is with money, people think that money is very hard commodity and people won't pay that and people won't pay that, but you can't put a price on confidence, and that's what we as barbers do. We instill confidence in people and we make them feel confident, and we're amazing people, and it's really, really cool that we can do that for people. And the thing is that money replenishes. So when you're trying to explain that to a client that yes, it is an expensive service, or yeah, it is a service that costs a bit more, you said, look, this right here is going to make you feel good about yourself. Look, this right here is going to make you feel the way you want to feel. So don't think about it, because if you go out and spend €20 in a bookmakers, or you spend an extra €20 or €30 buying some drinks or some food, does that make you feel the same way as this service will? And that's what we are going to teach you guys, how to do that and how to sell that to your people that come into your studios or your salons or your barbershops. And it's all going to be very teachable. It's going to be done in a curriculum where it's just so easy to pick up on, and you'll be surprised how many people will actually do it. Because when I started doing it, when I started actually doing these extra services and adding little bits on, it was just a natural progression after that. People just expected, what's the next thing you have? Have you got anything else? What's the next service you have? if you start making suggestions, that thing I seen on Instagram, can you do that? Can you learn how to do that? And that's what you're going to get. And Craig, I just seen you're getting into hair pieces, mate. I've been doing a course for the past 4.5 months on hair pieces and hair units. The money in hair units and the actual demand for hair units and the government backing you can get for doing hair units and hair pieces for men and for women is absolutely incredible. What you're doing with hair pieces is, it's roughly a $400 to $500 service. And people think that, oh yeah, you sell someone a wig or a hairpiece or a hair unit one off, you're never going to see them again. They have to come back in every 2 weeks to get that fixed up, to get their scalp shaven back down, or to get you know, a new piece put on to make it look like they've got a haircut. Wow, the money that can be generated off that. And I've been doing it for free for a lot of people, and haven't been posting about it. I've been doing it for free for a lot of people just to get used to it and get good with it. And I'd say the people that I have done it for have roughly paid me about €1,200 over the last 4 months, and I only have 3 clients. So I know, like, my average client, let's say my average client is giving me €50. If he's coming in once a month to get that service, he's only going to give me 600 quid. You know, that's for an entire year. So off 3 guys, and that's only off tips, they're just tipping me. It's amazing the money can be made off hair pieces, and that's going to be taught as well. I'm going to teach that in its own additional service in a curriculum as well, how to do it. It'll be a staggered out step on how to do it, and we're going to show you where to get the material from, what to use, how to pitch it to your clients, how to get government backing for it. Because when you use hair pieces and hair units, you have to think about it. It's not just for people that are going bald. It's also for people that are going bald by diseases like cancer or alopecia. And there actually is a fund that governments provide to cancer patients and alopecia patients for hair pieces, for units, and you can get on that. You know, you can be receiving that money from these people. That's not coming out of their pocket. If the poor person has cancer or has an illness like that, you're not saying I'm really raping this guy for cash, because they can actually get funded by the government for that. Which is really, really cool. So you're opening yourself up to a hell of a lot bigger market. And if you think about it, I'm not being the morbid person, or I'm not being the negative person. Every day of the week we hear about someone that has cancer, and they don't know where to go to, or someone has alopecia and they're going bald, and this is a solution for them. And by you getting good at doing this, you're going to get a person for life that'll be so happy and grateful for your service, and that you can do this, and it's someone that they know that's in their locale, and they don't have to travel miles and miles and miles to get someone to do this. I know some people that have been travelling before. I heard of this one guy, he was going to the UK every 2 weeks to get his hair, the hair unit trimmed and his scalp cleaned and the adhesive removed and the back and side shaved, and spending £150 every 2 weeks just on this service, plus his flights and accommodation for that. So yeah, you're going to get a lot more people involved in this. And you know what, it's a really, really cool thing. You see, for your Instagram even, you see that the people actually post about that, or I see a lot of posts on Instagram that have bald guys peeling off their units or their pieces. Pops, it really does, pops and goes crazy. So that's just an additional services, right? Okay, so I'm going to get into a small bit more detail. I'm not going to keep everyone too much longer on this, because I know it's getting late for some people and early for other people, like my guy Callum over in Australia. But I'm going to fly through a couple of different things. So what we also have here is, we're on obviously a live call at the moment. This is what we call a live call or a live feed. But we will have other people monthly in here on a live call. So you're going to have our educators, yourselves, some guest educators come in here. What they're going to do is teach you and guide you and mentor you on these live calls. But not only that, we have a hot seat, so you're going to be in the hot seat as well. So it's not just going to be mentoring, me talking here or talking to you guys. It's going to be us digging into what you're doing, how you're doing it, how we can improve your things, what we see that you could be doing better, and in advance we're going to do a homework on you. So you will know that next month I'm going to be in the hot seat, and I have told the guys for this month I'm working on this, and at the end of the month we're going to be coming to you on the hound, like holding you accountable for this stuff and saying, you know what, you said at the start of the month you could do this. We came across realistic goals which you had set, and we agreed on that you were capable of doing. What's gone wrong? Why haven't you got it done? And then working back from that and saying, here's what you can do to get it done. And you're getting it from all of our educators. We're going to have guest educators on here and giving guest talks and having you in the hot seat, you know, telling us how you're getting on and giving you real feedback, one-on-one really, on the live calls. And everyone can get in on this as well. It's going to be a full step in, because I find that what Callum might have as a problem or something he just can't find the key to, Craig could be having that, or Frank could be having that as well. So yeah, you're going to be in a hot seat as well. So we're going to be putting you in a hot seat and getting as much information and giving you as much information to help you succeed too. I got one really big thing, which I think is really, really cool, and obviously working towards the bigger picture for us was we wanted to have free education. Okay, now when I come up with this concept to a number of educators, they thought it was absolutely insane that, you know, it was one thing having an online platform, but another thing having physical classes. How could we afford it, and how could we do it, and who could we get involved in it, and how would it all work? But it's going to happen, and we've actually worked out all the details of how to do it and how it's going to work. And honestly, you guys are a big part of that for us, not just as students, as members, but we're going to be building you up to be educators too. So I know Craig in the past has asked me to get people in here. You know, he wanted to get people in here that, oh, I have a guy who wants to sign up, and, you know, send me the details for my promo code. I want to get this guy in here. That's not what we wanted at the time, because we wanted to work with a core group of people and see what was going on, and see if these people were actually committed to the brand. And we hadn't got a real solid platform in the past. Now we do, and we have the right people, we feel, to be part of the bigger picture, because you've really earned your stripes in this regard. You're here, you're tuned in. It's 11:30 in Ireland, it's 11:30 in the UK, it's hell knows what time, and you guys are tuned in for this. So we want to take you guys not just as ambassadors, but we want to bring you guys onwards and step you through to sponsored barbers. He's still asking, lol. I don't get that. But we want to bring you guys through as sponsored barbers, to being guest speakers, to being full-on educators, because what we have here, we know is going to go massive, absolutely massive. And what we want to start doing now over this year, over next year, we're going to actually start holding free classes. So I know that my last class I did in Seattle, we had 40 people come. Oh, he still wants to get in, right? Okay. Well, soon he'll be able to. But my last class in Seattle, on 3 weeks' notice, we had 40 people turn up. And I said to the guys and to everyone there, I said, like, how many of the people that you asked to come to class with you wouldn't come because the class was expensive, or the class cost money, or whatever? And they said about 90% of people. But what was the main reason they didn't want to come? What was it? Was it cash? It was like, no, they didn't know some of the people were coming, and they didn't know what was going to be taught, and didn't feel like they liked what was going to be taught, and it was all these prejudices made, which in actual fact does add up to, you know, a reason not to be at a class. You know, if it's not the cash, it's like, oh, I don't know who's going to be there, or I don't know what they're going to be teaching, or I don't like what he teaches, or I don't know if I need that and that's going to be taught, or anything like that. And then the cash comes into it. So we asked them then, like, if we were having this class for free, and we told you in advance what was going to be taught in that class, and you knew the educators were going to be there, and you knew that there was going to be X amount of brands there at this price and whatever else, how many people do you think would turn up? And how many people do you know directly would turn up? And they're, oh, my whole shop would turn up, my barber's over there, my friends over here, they'd all come to this. And we realised then, in front of, I had to prove it to the guys there with me, that people would go to a class for free. And of course, I know if any barber, if I hold a class in a month's time and tell you that I'm going to have X barber over here for a free class, you will think, okay, straight away, I don't have to pay anything for this class, I'm going to get there. All I need to do is get there, and that's all. I'm going to learn so much and whatnot. But I know that having a group of people come into a class that know each other makes for a much more easier learning experience. We did a class up with Craig in his salon in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and everyone there knew each other. And as soon as we walked in, there was an atmosphere, and it was, get up there, Marco, you know, show us what you got. What were you doing there? What's wrong there? Or what can you show us this or show us that? And it was just, the class was just perfect. It was made so much sense because everyone knew each other. They all had agreed a set fee among themselves. I know Craig didn't make any money off the thing. They all said, we'll just pay our way, that we all cover the expenses here, and it's all a win-win for everyone that's involved. And that's what we're looking to create here as well. We're going to start setting up international classes all around the world for free, with top educators teaching these classes. But not just that, we have to practice what we preach as well. Like, the more classes we set up, there's only so many people, educators out there, that will say, you know what, this is a good idea, before they think that this paradigm right here is going to be very, very big, and I know that for a fact, and I think you guys can see that that's coming as well. And some people will be afraid of what it can be, and they will think, I don't want to go work for Mark, I don't want to go and work for Paradigm, I want to do my own thing, and that's cool. But what's going to happen is, and I see what happens with all these classes, there's so many people now getting into education, and there's so many people who want to be an educator, but they don't really know what you have to do to sell out a class. They don't know what you have to do to fill a room. They don't know what you have to do to actually educate people. And with Paradigm, we can do that. I know that if you've probably noticed on the website, we're going to be charging $97 a month for this. Now, you guys aren't going to be paying that, obviously, but we're going to be charging $97 a month. And let's say we have 100 members in here, and they're all scattered. So we've 50 in the UK and 50 in New York. I can say, okay, well, I'm going to send 2 educators to 2 different places with a guest speaker as a testimonial speaker to speak on behalf of Paradigm that has gone through the whole journey with us as an ambassador, and will educate this room. Now, can't I pick whatever, Zach Ramsey and Louis Chevrolet and Bones the Goat and International Barbers? I can send 2 there, 2 there, and give them $2,000 each, $2,000 each, and then give you cash and pay for all your expenses to go over and teach that class, and everyone will show up to that class. If there's 50 members there, and you say that there's Bones the Goat and Z Ramsey are teaching class in London, won't you want to be there if it's for free? Of course, because you're paying a monthly membership, you're going to want to go and meet the people behind it. You're going to go and, get pictures with the people, or get your pictures taken with the people, and everything else that goes with it. But what happens when we run out of educators that we can trust to actually know the whole curriculum? We're going to need other people as well, and that's where you guys come in. So by starting off as a sponsor, or as an ambassador with us, we move to a sponsor barber, and from a sponsor barber to a guest speaker, from a guest speaker to an educator. We want to build up educators, and I think a lot of people are in here would like to become an educator at some point. And I go to a lot of classes, and I've been to a lot of classes, and I've taught a lot of classes, and taught a lot of seminars, and massive shows, thousands and thousands of people. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, how did you become an educator? And how can I become an educator? So for me, there's never been an exact way or an exact thing to say to someone who's thinking that. This is genuinely how you can become an educator, and to have guaranteed numbers at a class, and to have a guaranteed curriculum to teach that you don't have to think about too much. Obviously, it's customizable as you as a barber, but you will know exactly what's to be taught. And the people going there, which you'll actually notice to the left hand side, it says attend a class. It'll say attend a class very soon. The people that will be going to that will be registering right there, and you can see that there's 1, 2, 10, 50, 20, whatever people stacked into that right there, and you know that they're going all at your class, and you know in advance that you're going to be teaching this and teaching that, and this is what these people want to see. And that's coming very, very soon. So yeah, there's going to be free classes, free seminars, you're going to be getting free into shows, everything that goes with it. And with that as well, we want to build. We've built out something really strong, something I've been testing with and working on for the last while. And the reason, Craig, I'm very sorry, I'm going to go back to you, bro. The reason I didn't send you up the fibres you've been looking for, because I've been busting my ass working on our own product line and working on building out products that we want by barbers for barbers. So I'll be sending you up all this stuff, bro. Don't be worrying. I'll be sending you up all this stuff, and everyone in here, you're going to be getting a full exclusive launch of our products. I didn't just want to launch every type of product, so we built out some fibres, we built out the right type of powder for hair, like hair texturizing dust, and capes so far. That's what we've got so far. That's what I feel the industry needs right now. And that's where the sponsor barber comes in. So we would like to sponsor you as a barber and send you some stuff every single month as ambassadors, as a thank you note for being here with us the whole way through and paying your cash, and not being, too harsh on me, because I know we've been working hella hard on this, and it's very, very hard to explain everything we've been doing, because we're about an hour and 19 minutes into this webinar right now, and I'm still telling you all the things. So trying to put that in a message on Telegram and explain to you guys, it's not as good as actually being able to tell you now that all this sort of stuff right here is just a week or 2 away from actually happening. So it's really, really cool. So we want to send you guys out as ambassadors a list of all our stuff that we got, and it's not just like random stuff that we pick up a shelf and repackaged or gone to some other like brand that will do that for you. This is stuff that I have worked with by myself and created haircuts with myself, and I've sent them back multiple times to my manufacturer, and have finally perfected these things. We have capes, and the capes are so sick. You know Neo capes? If anyone uses Neo capes, Neo capes are sick. Right? I always loved Neo capes, but I found that in 1 year I spent, I think it was £170, which is about $220, $250 on capes, and they kept ripping and breaking. But I loved the Neo capes, so I kept buying them. I loved the whole that cling to your neck, and it was white and reflective, and whatever, my clients wouldn't get hairs in the back of their neck. But every time you went and opened the strap would break and it would rip, and the neoprene cape would rip. So what we've done is went and created something we're actually patented as well. We're about to patent is a product, cape that is made out of the same material as what are they called, wetsuits. So it's not neoprene. My guys in the manufacturer know what it's called, but it's like a really cool material, and the cape itself is actually semi-permanent color resistant, and it's water resistant, and it's actually reflective of light, so the light would bounce into the haircut as you're taking a picture. So the more light you put in it, the more reflective it's going to be, the more it's going to show off your haircut, and you know, it's very easily washed and maintained and whatnot. But they're sick, and you guys are all getting it for free. The powder itself, it's unbelievable. I actually have some really cool product photos of it. I'm going to send them in here I'm going to send them into the group chat afterwards so you guys can see them. It's called Paradigm Powder, obviously, but the box itself, you look at it from one angle, it says PA, and the next box you can turn it and it says RA, and the next one will be DI, and then the next one will be GM, and you can turn it around, and the whole way around each box it says Paradigm. But when you display them, it spells out Paradigm. So you take out one, pop it in, it spells out Paradigm, and it's really cool. I think with most powders I've actually launched, I'm not going to get into slagging products because I helped launch a product into the market which is a very well known product, a powder product right now. I'm not going to mention the name of it, but I launched that here in Ireland, and I actually was the first to bring it over to the US to launch it also, and now they're all over the US and you've seen everyone using it. And if you have used this product, you'll think, yes, this powder is great and there's lots of it, and you know, it dumps out really freely and all that sort of stuff. But I found out once I've actually started using it properly and digging into it, and stepping away from I was getting paid well to promote it, that I had launched a bad product. I'd helped bring in a bad product, because a dry product that makes the hair go greasy is not a dry product. And a product that has 20 grams in a container but you have to use 3 grams of that every haircut to try to get any style out of it is not a good product. Or a product with really bad branding but talks about, not saying names, but I'm saying that was a product I helped launch, and now I can tell you for a fact that this product was selling at a much lower price, and now it's selling at a much higher price. That's all I'm saying about it. So I had to develop a powder, which I use a lot. I use a lot of powders in my haircuts, and everyone now wants a natural hold. They don't want to be wearing pomades anymore in their hair. They want to be using something really natural and light to use. So we developed a powder, and it's 15 grams in the container. But the way we've actually even designed the bottle is that it's shaped like a bell. So you just tap it in like that, instead of just going and turning the lid and then all just going out like that. So you have to tap it out, the powder, and it's light and it's kind of cloudy, so you can shape it. It's amazing stuff, and everyone's going to get a free couple of boxes of them. Yeah, the fibers as well. They're really cool. We're actually going to be coming with. You guys are killers. You're savages, I swear. We're going to be coming out with some really cool stuff, like some combs, which we're really passionate about as well. I've had a comb design in my head for the last 2 years, and I just couldn't find anyone that could make it for me, because the design I have is a little bit awkward on the manufacturing end. But I've got someone that's going to make it for me. They're going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to using them and actually seeing my own creation come to life too. But here's the gimme with it as well. So, you know, you're thinking that And if you're anyway inclined with products or selling products or have sold products before, you're thinking, oh yeah, Mark's made this product, it's going to be really good. He's going to give us a little bit for free, and then he's going to sucker us with a price because it's really good, and I'm going to be spending €10 or $10 to buy this product off him, and I'm going to want to buy it in bulk, and he's going to drop it down a small bit. No, okay, I'm not going to do that. I could do that, but I respect everyone in here, and anyone that actually wants to get somewhere and has invested in themselves to be here, that I want to make an investment in you guys too. So anyone who's familiar with distribution of products, you'll notice there's 4 levels. So you have manufacturing, and the manufacturers will either give to or sell to the distributor, and the distributor will sell to the wholesaler, and the wholesaler will sell to the retailer. So we are normally the retailer, and we get suckered at buying things at €10 and €11 and $11 or whatever it is at the retail price, and we're buying it. We could be buying it from a wholesaler who's buying it for half that, and for the distributor that's buying it for half that, and the manufacturer who's making it for a tenth of that. So we're not going to give the products to you guys at retail or wholesale. You're getting a distribution. So when you use these products, you'll see how good they are, and you'll see what they're about, and they're amazing. And I know that instead of spending whatever $10 or $8 buying this product and marking up to $18 or $20 for the product, you're going to be getting it for well underneath $5. I mean, well underneath that. You're probably talking $3.50 to $4 per unit, probably even less. If we can get it down there, we're trying to order that much product of it, amount of the product, which means that you're going to make a hell of a lot more, skipping all those levels in the production line, and you're going to be making a hell of a lot more in retail as well. And with that, you're using a proven product, and with that too, we would like you to make suggestions for more products. If you think a product that we think we could use some improvements on, because we've been tested with about 40-50 barbers at the moment, but if you see a product that we can improve on, or that we've launched, or we haven't done our full homework on yet, if you think there's something a little bit off, please drop us a line or help us develop it, or come on board in that respect, and build out a product with us. Why not build a product with us, and get it out there? But you will become sponsored barbers straight away with us, so we want to send you out some stuff which is really, really good, and we want you guys to use that. So you're going to be guaranteed a little bit every single month. Did you get to try Denman? Did you try get Denman to make your comb? No, I didn't actually. No, I didn't try to get Denman to make a comb for me. I've gone through some people there that are specific in the hairdressing industry, and they're just like, no, if you want to build a comb, it's going to cost you €40,000 for the mold, because the mold is so specific. $50,000 for a comb, for a mold, for which I don't even know if it makes sense. I don't know. It's a comb I would like to use. I've never got a chance to try, but in theory it will work very well. I don't know. So yeah, getting through everything real quick. So we're going to have a hell of a lot of products which is going to be built by barbers for barbers. Oh really? Okay. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I might reach out to them. I might get a contact off you, bro, for them, if you have a contact for them, and see. Just for Pigger, and I have my guy who's going to do it with me, but the good ideas and build them. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they did that. That's actually really cool. If you have a contact for them, Gregor, let me know. Yeah, you do. Read my mind. So yeah, so I've gone through a lot of stuff here. I've wrote down a lot of stuff here to kind of get through, because there's a lot of stuff to get through. But there's another thing as well, and it's really, really cool. Savage. That's savage, man. Kudos, bro. That's sick. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you'd set up your academy yet. I knew you were talking about it last time, and you were on the way to doing it, but I didn't know you got it done, which is sick. That's really, really cool. Well done, bro. That's a big brand to get to sponsor you as well. Everyone knows them, man. Yeah, as well as that, for everyone that's involved, we're going to have free Barber Evo magazines going out. So you're going to get Barber Evo magazine every single month, shipped to your address, wherever you want to ship to. And as well as that, we're going to have a section in the US, and we're going to have a section in the UK and European editions. So that we're going to be picking, every 3 months we're going to be picking a list of barbers that have built up and have grown with us, and we're going to get you featured in Barber Evo magazine. And as well as that, we're going to be just giving some acknowledgements in that too. Like, we're going to have a Paradigm collection. So I don't know how many issues they're going to give us, but it's going to be for me. I don't know why, but getting featured in a magazine means an awful lot more to me than getting reposted by, say, Barbershop Connect. So when I first got reposted in the magazine or featured in a magazine, it was a big thing for me. I always want to see myself in a magazine, even though magazines now are somewhat like people don't really read them. Barber Evo magazine gets a lot of, it's the biggest barber magazine in the world, and it gets a lot of people for the right reasons on the magazine. And we've struck up a partnership with Barber Evo that we will have a collection. So when you open up, anyone who knows Barber Evo, you open up the magazine and you'll see that there's a collection of different haircuts. We're going to have members' haircuts stacked in there from Paradigm as well. So you're going to be featured in the magazine, not just a little small, oh, well done Ramiro Torres for being a good barber. It's actually going to be a picture of your haircut with your name of it. It's going to be a proper photography, editorial image that we will help build and get onto the magazine, which is really sick. And we will build it up so that everyone gets a shot on that. And ultimately, we want to make you guys educators. I think that there's a lot of people in here that have massive potential to become educators, not just in their own regards, but also with us, with Paradigm, and to be teaching other people inside the group. Let's say in 6 months' time, like, you've soaked up so much information from me and from all the other educators involved in Paradigm that you need to be, your natural next step is to become an educator with Paradigm and to be with us, and we will be requesting you to be coming with us and doing these things. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking to do. We want to bring people, build people, and get them to the right places and give them the right foothold to become an educator. And I think everyone wants that. I think anyone, if you're a barber starting out, I think you always want to get the biggest thing from it. And I think everyone that's in here that's locked into this would like to be an educator and getting paid to do that. Need a Barber Evo Oz. I'll get on to them on that. I know the guys very well, and I'll get on to them on that. They might need your help over there, bro. They might need your help, because I know they've had some people over in the US that helped them out getting over there. So who knows? They might need some help. But yeah, I don't know what to the full extent what the Australian barber scene is like, but I know there's some really good people in and around Australia. There's actually some of my friends are Irish, and that are over there working, doing Brother Wolf, and they're trying to really, like what you said, man. It needs a scene over there. So they're trying to improve that scene every other day, and doing things like classes and workshops and seminars. But I still don't know what the scene is like over there. And obviously, if I can help push Barber Evo up to get something over there, maybe you can help them as well to put them onto the right people as well, or be the right person for them as a point of contact in Australia. Because I think that's what a lot of people need, is just the right push and the right person to push them in the right place. It sounds really weird saying that. Don't be, yeah. Yeah, Mikey, yeah. And there's also Pat Whelan. He's Owen's Brother Wolf. Mikey's a beast. I love Mikey. Mikey worked for me for about 16 months, 18 months. Amazing guy. Really good barber. So guys, I think I've gone through a lot of stuff here, and I don't want to keep everyone too much longer, but there's a lot of really good things cooking here, a hell of a lot of good things cooking, and regardless of how much we're going to be pushing later on about we're going to be charging $96, $99, $97 a month for this, you guys will not be charged that. Okay, it's going to be kept at the same price as a token of our appreciation. Where, quite honestly, with the amount of things we have going on, we'll be losing money on having you guys as part of the whole program. But I don't give a fuck about that. I think we've got the right people in here that's helped us from the start, that's been part of this whole beta test, and I want to grow you guys to be up here with us, educating around the world, domestically, and teaching people and mentoring people on this platform eventually too, and getting paid for that too. So if you have any questions, just drop them below here. I'd like to just do a quick Q&A and stuff like that. And no smart ones, Craigo. I know you're thinking that you're going to throw a load of bombardment questions at me, slagging me and shit like that. That's not happening. So yeah, I knew it was coming. Sick, bro. Any questions there, guys? Do the capes of the Paradigm branding too? Yep, they do have the Paradigm branding. Yep, they do. But we also want this. The whole idea of this is not just about Dust Sounds Class, bro. It's so good. I'm gonna answer Callum's question first. We're going to build your brand too. We want to build your own brand. We want to build you as an educator, and step you out. So yes, they will have Paradigm brand on them, but you can also just cover the fee of the logo. If you want to get your own logo on that, or the logo of your shop, or if you do your own product line in the future, you can get that put on it and just cover the fee for having the what do you call it, graphics, or your logo put onto it. And we can ship out any amount of them as well. We have the factory just looking after us for it, and the manufacturer for it. They can handle any amount of them. And by all means, feel free to wholesale them. We'll give you, everyone's going to get one regardless. All the members in here are going to get one, or the member or ambassadors here are going to get one regardless for free. But if you want to order some, and you want to order in bulk of them, and you think you can sell them, and I know you'll sell them, we'll give you a reduced rate on it too, again, so you can sell them on. And I actually sold our version 1 of them in Seattle for $40 each, and was just like, give me them, and they were our version 1s. We've gone through 4 more versions than that. Cool, bro, no worries. Do you want them with your own logo, or do you want them with the Paradigm logo? Because we can send you one with your own Paradigm, you're getting that anyway, or we can send you 6 ones with your logo. Thanks, Ricky, bro. Ricky, anyone who doesn't know Ricky, Ricky has been one of my students from the very beginning. I actually trained Ricky from start. He used to work in McDonald's as a manager for McDonald's, and yeah, he's now barbering over in the UK, where he's taken his talents over there, and I've seen him grow from a barber as a person to where he is now, and I have a lot of love for Ricky, and I really appreciate him, and you invest in yourself. Ricky came out of our course straight away, and went straight into Paradigm, and was cutting hair from his house, and was coming into the barber shop, and was doing everything. Ricky's a top geezer, and I know, dude, the way your work has gone from being in the shop consistently, with the guidance and help you're going to get here from the people that we have involved, and the people that are ambassadors in this group here, everyone's going to grow, everyone's going to shine here, and I'm really, really excited to share the whole journey with you. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a journey. I think we're on for something special here. I think this right here is the future of barbering, and I can't see anything else or anybody else putting this much effort into something over a year and a half, and a hell of a lot of money invested in this product here. And I think we're going to do some fantastic things with this, with the people we have involved. I can get you 6 with the Paradigm logo. The powder is 14 days. I've ordered it. I've ordered 10,000 units to start off with, and I have about 4,000 gone straight away. I've sent some samples out to people, and I have about 4,000 units gone already. But I can definitely send out some powders, some capes to everyone. The capes will be in here in 10 days, and the powder will be in here in 2 weeks. And that's 2 weeks from tomorrow. I only checked my report today. As a side note, guys, go and sign up to the Paradigm pod. Go and put your details in. It's all highly encrypted, so that it's not going to go anywhere dodgy or anywhere bad. But what will happen when it is activated, the guys turn it on and off the activation lists during the night. But when it is activated, you might get a message on your Instagram saying someone logged in, or someone signed into your Instagram, or a login activity here on your Instagram. Was this you? And you just say, yes, this was me. That's what you might have to do. It'll only be once, I'd imagine. It's only ever happened to me once when I first originally signed up to the pod. But go and put your details in there. It's 100% safe, and as soon as it's turned on, we'll get a notification, and there'll be a message put into the group chat about that, or we can message you directly about the pod as well, to let you know your account has been activated on that, and test it, bring it for a test drive, and soak it all in. I know it works, and it's sick. Craigo, when do you want me to send up the capes to you? I can have them. I actually have some in stock at the moment with the new Nexil on them. Yeah, exactly. It only happens a couple of times. Probably because you're in Northern Ireland, bro. It's coming out of, because our server runs from Ireland. So because it's in a different server, I'm sure that's why, or different country, the IP address is probably kicking out that, which is technical jargon. Okay, cool. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll drop you a message tomorrow, and we can work it all out from there. You get one for free anyway, regardless. So it's only 5 they'll be billing you for. Bill that motherfucker. Any other questions, guys? Anything else you want to know about? There's the Booksy feature spotlight. We have some business motivation. We have whatever else is there. Our paradigm discussion. We're going to be opening up very, very soon with stuff. Is there anything you really want to see or hear about? Yeah, perfect, dude. Because I just want to leave everything answered up here so everyone knows what's going on and what's happening, and knowing that we haven't been banditing you guys out of cash, that we've actually been, you know, doing real things with what we've been working on, and think you can all see it here. But if there's anything else you want to know before we get off tonight's call or this morning's call for Callum, feel free to ask. Appreciate you, bro. Honestly, again, thanks so much for your time tonight, dude. It's been amazing to sharing the whole thing. We've been locked in here and actively listening for the past an hour and 40 minutes. We've been nearly 2 hours here talking, and you know that's pretty special. That's cool, man. No worries at all. What we can do is I'll get you a custom link sent over. That's going to be 24. Yeah, it's going to be $24.99 for your registration. And also with that, I'm going to give you all promo codes, which is only going to be available to the ambassadors, right? So the ambassadors all get a promo code, and when you sign someone up, you're going to get the full. It was $50, I think it was. It's $97. When you sign someone up now, you're going to get $97 per person you sign up, which is really, really cool. Nice cash we made. And if you have any suggestions for classes and stuff like that, guys, put your suggestions into the attempt a class, which will be sorted tomorrow. If you have any suggestions for a class you'd like to have held, or who you'd like to see in a class, it's not the educators we have here at the moment are, you know, we actually have a hell of a lot more, and you'll see that from the educators page. There's some really, really good barbers in there, but we have a hell of a lot more barbers in here that actually are going to be paying. If there's anything you want to see or get from Paradigm, please tell us about it. Please let us know, and we'll get it going. There's no reason why we can't now. The platform's here. We have something that works. We have people here that we know are ready to hustle with us, and let's do it. So guys, yeah, I think there's no more questions left there. My name still says calling on the Fade Game page. But, you know, it's. I know he's not watching now, but my guy Mike that does my program, and he's so intelligent. Like, he's such a smart guy, but he has a touch of Asperger's disease, and man, I swear to God, he can be the hardest person to deal with ever. Here's just this is so off topic. I was about to sign off and say goodnight to everyone, but today I was in with him in the office, going through the live feed for tonight's call, and out of nowhere, like, I told him about actually changing the attended class. I told him about that earlier on, but out of nowhere he tells me that he wants to do rap. He does comedy, stand-up comedy, and this guy is the most for YouTube. So you're going to see that this guy is the real deal. That the way I've described them, spot on. Section, like reason for section of certain areas, and why not only the real section techniques I know are horseshoe section, the profile section. Okay, Ricky, bro, what we have, I think what we were doing last time was with Paradigm, with Sharp Fade Academy and stuff, was we were thinking up haircuts that everyone wants to see a haircut. Just get a haircut, record a haircut, get this really good barber on here to record a haircut and talk to the people, you know, get them involved, and, you know, build something. Let's build this. We had no curriculum. We had nothing solid which we were going to teach as a curriculum to everyone. I don't think I was skipping there a small bit. Can you do fades? But we had no curriculum. But what we've built out now is a full curriculum. So there's going to be understanding head shapes, understanding external and internal shapes, the right type of section techniques, the right type of combs to use, how to create texture, what is texture, you know, what section and patterns you should be using, and why it should be used, and what layer you should be selecting, and whatnot. Everything will be fully broken down, not randomly like, here you do a crop, and the next guy is teaching how to do a crop in a different way. It'll actually be broken down into the right ways of doing it, which I believe, and which the educators will agree on, will be the right ways of doing these things and creating these haircuts and creating these shapes in hair. But also we will have, you know, it's not just going to be a fully structured like this. We'll also have guest barbers coming on, like the likes of Barber Joshua P and Rob the Original coming in to do some really fucked up shit. Like that, just it's just some things that them guys can do. Is just like, I have no idea how you thought of that, and how do you teach someone to be creative, you know? But we'll have all that sort of stuff in here as well, and you know, hopefully we'll recreate some of that too. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're looking to do. So we'll teach everything from a technical standout, an understanding of technical reasons why to cut hair, which obviously which we as barbers adapted from the original Sassoon creation of how to cut hair, and we'll be teaching that in the most simple format that everyone can understand. And we'll also have guest barbers in here that'll come in and do some videos for us and some teachings and stuff like that as well. But everyone's going to be in a deliverable, readable, and you know, curriculum structure. So guys, I think it's time to call it a night. I've been on here for about an hour and 45 minutes, and my tea has gone really cold, and it's probably time to call it a night. So if there's no more questions, guys, let's avert everything back over to the Telegram group chat. We'll still be using that for our main go-to group chat until we get everyone fired up in here. In the next 2 weeks, we'll be firing up the Paradigm Discussion, which is the forum, which is the same standard as Reddit, which is really cool. And you're going to see our additional services come in. You're going to see our photography and video come in, and you're going to see our some hair demonstrations come in as well, and business motivation come in very soon too onto the videos. So yeah, just keep an eye out, guys. If there's anything you need to know or need to see, you know, I'm only at the end of the phone, and I give out, if anyone doesn't have my number, just take my number and give me a call. Feel free to give me a call anytime. What the fuck? What are them spaceships in the corner of your room at the ceiling? Surround sound, dude. It'll take you to ask that. My god. I don't know if I want you as an ambassador anymore, bro, honestly. Bullshit question. You're the guy you don't want to turn up to your class. Good night, Ramiro, bro. Thanks for tuning in. And you know what, guys? Good night to everyone. I'm going to log off right now. Thanks so much for joining me in tonight's webinar. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your passion over the last couple of months. And thanks for all the amazing questions tonight. And Craigo, I'm going to give you a call in the morning. And anyone else wants to get in contact, just reach out to me on Telegram, or you know, give me a call if there's something you're not sure of. If there's something you need questions answered on. I'm only at the end of the phone. Thanks again, guys.